Okay, so here was the discovery of Horace Mitchell, which we found yesterday. There's a picture of him. I'd never seen Horace Mitchell ever in my life. So we can see he was a very dark-skinned, chocolate, handsome man, but with ancestry going all the way back to Scotland, royal families in Scotland. He was a pastor. His father was a pastor. His grandfather was a pastor. His great-grandfather was a pastor. His great-great-grandfather was a pastor, and so on and so on and so on. Again, going back to 1700s in Scotland, to the royal family of King James, the author, or not the author, but the facilitator of the King James translation of the Bible to English. So, and he was a black man, and we have ties clearly to these families, which is amazing. But when Horace Mitchell was born on February 22nd, 1929, his father Esau was 42 and his mother Mariah was 36. He had 10 brothers and 1 sister. He died on March 20th, 1989 in Liberty, Georgia at the age of 60. Now, as I was sharing with Nolan yesterday, the name Esau is a name from the Bible. Isaac had 2 sons, twins. One's name was Esau, who was the oldest that came out first, and the second was Jacob. I'll save the other details for another time, but that is the source of the name Esau. And then his grandfather's name was Esau as well. And then the ironic thing is that once you go further back into the lineage, there were many twin brothers born out of this lineage, which is quite fascinating. But Horace Mitchell was the father of Horace Mitchell Jr., who recently passed, and for Dorothy Dahl Mitchell, who recently passed within the last couple years in 2023, and there's still a living sibling, Evelyn, formerly Mitchell, but Annie Boken. This is her grandfather. So no, father. I'm sorry. This is their father. So any children of those 3, this would have been your grandfather, and that lineage going all the way back to 1700 would be your furthest grandfathers, going back up to like 10, 12 generations, which is heavy. But this is just a quick update here, and I'll go ahead and just save this individual right here, Alfonso Mitchell. I got all this information from his family tree. He has the most extensive family tree I've seen online. I'm definitely going to try to get mine to catch up with how informative his is. But this is awesome. I'll close this video out here, and let me get that off of there. Oh, I didn't want to do that. There he is there. Feel free to reach out. But yeah, this is the update on Horace Mitchell. All right, this is My Family Academy, where we believe that there's no greater history than understanding your own. All right. Thanks for listening. Okay, continuing on. So Charles Mitchell is the last person in the Mitchell family tree for Horace Mitchell. And as you can see, he was born in 1709 to 1741. So Charles Mitchell was born on February 7th, 1709 in Edinburgh, Midlothian, Scotland. He had 1 son with Jean Menzies in 1728. He died as a young father in 1741 in his hometown. This is in Scotland. These were black Scottish people. Looks like they were prominent as far as like royalty, like it said in the last segment, some reference to the Moors, and I know that the Moors were from like that area. Again, I have been saying, and it's a deep subject matter, But this is further proof that we are the descendants of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, especially with these ties to King James. But I'll go ahead and scale it down. But I just wanted to show, like, this is the highest person in the Mitchell family tree for Horace Mitchell, Charles Mitchell, born in 1709 in Edinburgh, Scotland. Now, I had some Scotland come up on my DNA. So, Nolan, when you get your DNA, if you got some degree of Scotland in there, this is going to be why. But I'll go ahead and get into the next segment. Okay, family. Just had a discovery yesterday with the Horace Mitchell. And, man, the lineage of Horace Mitchell goes all the way back to Scotland. There's a relative on ancestry.com that has the most extensive family tree that I've experienced. It's much more extensive than the one that I have. But it got to the point to where I had to do a search to see, like, were black people in Scotland? So let me just read a little bit of this, and then I'm just going to do a quick overview of just a lot of the discovery that Nolan and I came across yesterday, and I got back on it today, and it's absolutely fascinating. So Edinburgh's Black history stretches back centuries, featuring early African presence in the royal court, 16th century, involvement in the transatlantic slave trade, 17th and 19th centuries, evident in figures like freed slave John Edmonston and the slave-born Malvina Wells, leading to a later black residence and abolitionist activism with modern initiatives like Black History walking tours highlighting these rich, often overlooked stories. So early African presence pre-1700s. The family tree for Horace Mitchell goes all the way back to the 1700s. Like I said, it's the most extensive family tree I've seen on ancestry.com and within our family. So this is huge. But early African presence pre-1700s, royal court. Africans were part of the elite Scottish court as early as the reign of King James V. Early 1500s, with Moorish girls serving as ladies and waiting at Edinburgh Castle, receiving gifts and courtly treatment. Now, I believe that is King James, who authored the King James Bible. And most of us don't know that King James was a black man in Scotland. He was not white. But that's another story for another time. Town life. Records from the 1500s show black individuals as townspeople in Edinburgh working as merchants, tailors, and clerks. So then we got the slavery and the slave trade in the 18th and 19th centuries. Slave servants, wealthy households like the Countess of Stairs employed black servants, with some brought to Scotland as children. I'm not going to read all of this. You can do a Google search on, I did basically a search on this location. It was Edinburgh, Scotland, and I just put were black people there, and this came up because I was like, were these white people? I was completely confused. But I'll go ahead and end this segment here, and I'll give some more highlights of the discoveries for Horace Mitchell.